The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, a New Zealand celebrity chef looks to launch her new craft beer, bringing people a taste of Central Otago. A Dunedin school principal calls time on his career after almost a decade of serving his boyhood school. And a large fleet of electric vehicles are put on display as Christchurch looks towards a greener future. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. A New Zealand celebrity chef is ditching the food for drinks as she launches a new craft beer with her husband. Nadia Lim and Carlos Bagrie have been hard at work with a Wellington brewery to bring a sip of Central Otago to people's taste buds.
A glass full of the future, as Royalburn Station's Carlos Bagrie makes a toast to a soon-to-be-launched Swifty beer. Set to make its way to bars and restaurants across Central Otago, the hybrid drink made in partnership with Wellington's Garage Project Brewery will soon be joining the taps on Friday. The beer got its name from the Swiftburn Creek that flows by the barley fields used for brewing, which is fitting, as Bagrie believes Swifty is made to be drunk on a hot summer's day.
It's just a refreshing beer, and that's what I'd say would be key. You know, like instead of like pigeonholing it as, you know, it's this or that, and the next thing is it a lager, is it a pilsner, is it an ale, is it a pale ale, like, you know, well, like kind of what is it? And it's probably a mixture of all of that.
He says he always wanted to bring his own beer to the market, and the dream was made possible after moving to Royalburn Station near Arrowtown with his celebrity wife Nadia Lim. Their farming endeavour was made very public through their television series Nadia's Farm, which documented both highs and lows of their work on the land.
We've got 4,500 lay chickens. We have our own on-farm abattoir and butchery, so we're one of only a couple of farms really in Australasia that has their own on-farm abattoir and butchery. So we produce great meat, great lamb, great beef. And what else do we have? We've got a market garden.
Wanting to share their slice of paradise with others, the couple will soon have a purpose-built wedding venue at the station. They want to offer a beautiful Central Otago experience, mixing the locally grown food and drinks with a view over Lake Wakatipu. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Some Dunedin households could be looking at a price increase for rubbish and recycling as the City Council rolls out some upgraded bins.
The curbside collection service is set to be updated from next July, with residents looking to pay an average flat rate of $330 a year. The fees have been recommended by the Dunedin City Council and will include changes to the issued bins. A fortnightly general waste red top wheelie bin will replace current black rubbish bags with 80 and 140 litre sizes available. And composting has been added into the mix, with residents able to choose between a 23 litre or 140 litre weekly food scraps bin, including one for the kitchen bench. An optional fortnightly garden waste bin will also be on offer. All new bins will join the council's existing blue glass and yellow top mixed recycling bins. Consideration of how charges should be allocated was discussed at a council meeting earlier today, with talks continuing tomorrow. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After almost a decade of serving his boyhood school, Rick Gerlofs is hanging up his shirt and tie and replacing them with a bike and tramping boots. He's retiring from his role as principal of Kaikorai Valley College, hoping his efforts at the school have made some changes for the better.
Out of the office and into the classroom, Rick Gerlofs likes to take a hands-on approach as principal. However, the 64-year-old is set to retire from the role at Kaikorai Valley College after working in the position for the past 12 years. Gerlofs is the longest-serving headmaster the college has ever had, even though he never envisioned himself as the principal of the school he attended in the 70s.
The time has gone pretty quick, to be fair. You know, you arrive and you implement a lot of change, but yeah, it's just seemed to have flown by.
The long-standing principal says he's most proud of the awesome leadership team he was able to bring in and surround himself with. He credits a lot of the great work done over the years at the school to his team and believes as a principal it's not about taking all the glory for yourself.
It's not about leaving a legacy, and I'd like to think that I've left the school in good shape. I think I've left it with a leadership team that's got some wonderful skills.
Gearloss is set to finish up at the end of the term, where he'll do all he can to avoid becoming a couch potato, already having the bike warmed up and tramping boots at the ready. In Dunedin, the South Today.
The swearing-in of the new government has brought news of a new policy getting a warm welcome from one campaigner regarding using New Zealand wool in government buildings.
Pupils at Dunedin's Purakanui School are excited about possibly getting a new stomping ground, which could see this synthetic carpet replaced in the future by New Zealand wool. The rural primary school is part of the Enviro Schools program and is teaching pupils about the different effects natural and man-made fibres have on the planet. The Ministry of Education rolled out a program to install synthetic carpet manufactured by an American company in more than 600 rural schools, but the coalition agreement between National and New Zealand First urges the use of wool over artificial fibres where possible in government-funded buildings. That change of direction is welcomed by Purakanui Principal Nikki Bell, who believes the synthetic carpet installed in 2017 went completely against her school's morals.
Having a more sustainable option like wool for us is great. It fits in with who we are, and it means that we can actually practice what we preach.
The Wools of New Zealand company expects the decision to provide a significant boost to wool growers, with many carpet manufacturers having already ditched plastic for wool. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Christchurch wants to lead the charge towards switching from fossil-fuelled vehicles to cleaner forms of transport in a bid to meet the city's target of halving greenhouse emissions by 2030. A weekend expo saw the largest public display of new battery electric vehicles assembled in New Zealand.
Charging ahead with 46 brand new battery electric vehicles of all shapes and sizes on display. The Take Charge Expo at Tapai Convention Centre giving drivers and passengers the chance to get up close to the very latest technology cars, motorbikes, utes and vans.
I think it's so exciting because the technology's changing. It's getting better and better. You know, you're getting more juice out of your battery, longer distance. This range anxiety, really? What's that about?
He claims the free two-day event is the biggest display of new battery electric vehicles in New Zealand.
We can look at moving away from fossil fuel vehicles. We need to do that, and yes, that's through walking and cycling and public transport, but what's left we need to electrify, and let's have it zero emission vehicles.
Crutchley says battery technology is advancing rapidly, with faster charging times, and is more environmentally friendly with new chemistries and less use of rare metals. Figures for on-road petrol and diesel transportation currently makes up about 36% of greenhouse gas emissions in the Christchurch district.
We've got to change that. We have to move forward for climate change, and this is just one opportunity to show the public what great technology is out there.
The free two-day battery electric vehicle expo finishes up on Sunday. In Christchurch, the South Today.
Whai Yakane, still to come on the South Today. Queenstown's been a running destination for 2 weekends in a row. This time it's a colourful bid to raise much needed charity funds. And South Otago is on display in more ways than one at one of the oldest A&P shows in the country.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life. Tuesdays, 7:30.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, You owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Such a sweet girl. What are you dreaming about?
Just music.
The Power of Dreams by Honda.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Queenstown was sprinkled with bright colours over the weekend for an event that brings a new meaning to Fun Run. Athletes of all ages eagerly took on the annual Rainbow Run, getting bombed as they do their bit to raise money for charity.
There's a rainbow in the air as this group of runners get covered in colourful powder for the annual night and day Rainbow Run on Saturday. Kids and parents took a leisurely 5-kilometre loop around Queenstown's Frankton Beach, sponsors lining up to bomb them with their favourite coloured cornstarch.
Blue. Pink. I mean yellow.
Natural.
Pink. I'd say the blue.
Purple.
And there was a lot of green,
Organisers say the warm weather drew about 300 people to the popular event.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Queenstown's really put on the nice warm weather. It hasn't been too hot. And yeah, the lake's been there.
The multi-hued group made their way to the lake after the run, cleaning up and cooling off before heading home. The funds raised from the event will go to Sporting Chance, a charity that helps disadvantaged youth get involved in sports. In Queenstown, the South Today.
There was plenty of family fun activities to enjoy in South Otago over the weekend at one of the country's oldest AMP shows. The annual Balclutha event gives people the chance to experience a taste of rural life, showcasing what it means to be a true blue Kiwi.
Competitors digging up some coal and children enjoying the bouncy castles. They were among the activities on offer across the rows of stalls at this year's South Otago AMP show. The loud horns of Scottish bagpipes rang across the Balclutha showgrounds on Saturday, marking the opening of the 157th year of the event. Secretary Heather Dudfield was happy to see the large number of people turning up for this year's show.
It's a great event to bring the town and the country together so that people that aren't familiar with animals have a chance to come see them, pet them.
Dudfield admits planning the AMP show has become a lot harder each year and says local support is very important.
The cattle conveners and everyone here work really hard to make sure that everything's really good, prepared and organised for us when we get here.
Palmerston dairy farmer Katie Mears was among the many winners at the AMP show, her pedigree Jersey cow Philomena winning the Champion All Breeds cow, along with the Supreme Champion Dairy Animal Award. In Balclutha, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Royalburn Station's new Swifty beer is set to make its way across Central Otago as Nadia Lim swaps food for drink. Kaikorai Valley College principal Rick Gerlofs is retiring, but is looking to still live an active lifestyle. And Christchurch's Take Charge Expo gave drivers and passengers the chance to see some cleaner forms of transport, displaying a fleet of electric vehicles. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. We're checking in with Associate Editor Mike Houlihan. Hello Mike.
Good evening, Hannah.
What can we expect to read in our paper tomorrow?
Extensive coverage of today's big Dunedin City Council meeting. The main item for most people, I suspect, will be the debate about whether to fly the Palestinian flag over the town hall. A compromise has been reached. They're going to fly the New Zealand flag at half-mast instead.
Right, okay.
Also, we've got details of, very few details, because most of it is suppressed, of some high-profile court cases that began in Dunedin today. We've also got details of Kaunga possibly changing its housing policy in Dunedin for where it's going to be building. Our fresh section's got lots of tasty recipes. And we've got an amusing story about some kakapo who are now living in the Waikato and are refusing to stay behind the predator-proof fence they've been stuck behind.
Oh gosh, okay. Hey, we look forward to reading. Mike, thank you for sharing this evening.
Thank you.
Time now for a look at your weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, and airflow remains from the south for the next few days, keeping things on the cool side, with cloud or showers at times about the coasts, but plenty of sunshine inland. Heading to the top of the South Island, it's looking fine with light winds up top in Nelson with 19 and Greymouth with 18 degrees, but a bit cloudy with afternoon nor'easterlies and a high of 16 in Christchurch. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. Some cloud about and windy through here tomorrow with a high of 16 in Ashburton and 15s in Timaru and Oamaru. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, a lovely fine day through here with light winds. Expect 17 in Queenstown and 18 degree highs in Wanaka and Alexandra. Heading further south, well, southwesterlies start showing up in the forecast as we move to these spots, with 16s due in Gore and Balclutha tomorrow and a cloudy 15 over in the Catlins. Across to Invercargill, gusty winds are easing and the temperature will drop to 6 overnight. Tomorrow's looking cloudy first up before a sunny 15 settles in, and Thursday is another cloudy one, this time with southerlies and a high of 14 degrees. And finally heading to Dunedin, cloudy tonight with a low of 6 degrees. Wednesday's overcast with southwesterlies, some sunny spots through the afternoon with 15 as the day's high. Then Thursday looks overcast again with a few brief showers and cool winds with a high of 14 degrees. And that's the news this Tuesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, or follow us on Facebook. Search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o popo.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.